How is it going, guys? Thanks a lot for joining me for another beer review. Tonight is hockey night, and my Edmonton Oilers are playing the Vegas Knights, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite teams. Beginning of the season, their first ever season, I decided, you know what, I'm going to cheer for the little guy, and they turned out to be a big deal. So, yeah, super excited about that. Their first ever game in history, and it's a pretty cold, dark winter, so I figured I should probably have a couple dark beers to warm up the mood a bit, you know? So, yeah. Today's beers are going to be from a brewery that's new to the channel. Pretty sure I haven't reviewed anything from these guys, but Moody Ales out in Port Moody, British Columbia. Going to be looking at their Smouldering Smoked Porter, which is coming in at 6.9% alcohol by volume, as well as 19 IBUs and 41 SRM. They're using Pale, Crystal 40, Crystal 80, Munich 10, Chocolate, Black Patent, Beechwood smoked malts in this beer, as well as Willamette and East Kent Goldings hops. And then afterwards, we'll be taking a look at their Bourbon Barrel-Aged Russian Imperial Stout, coming in at 11% alcohol by volume, 50 SRM, and 32 IBUs. So yeah, super excited. Got some nice dark beers to drink today. So let's get the Smouldering Smoked Porter cracked, poured, and see how it is. Alright, I've got the Smouldering Smoked Porter poured, and I can smell bacon from here. That is a smoky ass beer. But yeah, 3-4 fingers. Monstrous, fluffy, deep brown kind of head, tannish brown kind of head, tons of carbonation up the sides of the glass there, and a pretty deep dark brown color to it. Let's get an aroma. Smells like porter and barbecue. You get some nice dark chocolate, some coffee notes from that porter, maybe a hint of dark fruit in there as well, and then you get a barbecue. Yeah, getting definitely a big, like, smoky, meaty kind of aroma to it. Some charcoal kind of vibe, something like that. Some burnt aromas. And then way in the background, like a hint of, like, sweet caramel. It smells really nice. Let's try it out. Cheers. This beer does have a little bit of a metallic thing going on, but the flavors to this beer, really nice. You get a little bit of that smoke, not as big as the aroma, which almost makes me happy. That can be a little overwhelming if you're drinking a whole bomber to yourself of a really smoky beer. It does have a little bit of a bacony tinge, which I really dig. And then it goes into like a slight dark chocolate, a slight milk chocolate, a hint of like coffee, mocha, that kind of thing. Hint of vanilla and like dark fruit way in the background there, but a really nice smoked porter. Something I would love to drink while eating barbecue, any sort of like Sunday roast, maybe like a Philly cheesesteak, stuff like that. This would be a phenomenal beer with that. It'd actually be really damn good with like a Black Forest cake. So my only complaints with this beer is the slight metallic thing, and the mouthfeel is maybe a little thin. But other than that, really nice beer. If I'm drinking a full bomber, I don't want a huge viscous beer, really. So I'm kind of glad it's a little bit thinner for that purpose. But yeah, this is going to be awesome to watch some good old hockey with. Drink this beer and then move on to the Russian Imperial Stout. Alright, moving on to the Bourbon Barrel-Aged Russian Imperial Stout. Got the Russian Imperial Stout poured, and it pours a really deep brown, verging on black kind of color. It's topped with a really nice, almost fluffy yet creamy kind of caramel brown kind of head. Nice lacing on the glass, some alcohol eggs streaming down the sides of the glass there. It's a nice looking Imperial Stout. Let's get an aroma. Yeah, I'm getting some caramel, definitely getting a big amount of like a vanilla, bourbon, some oak, some coffee chocolate in the background there. But there's something in there, almost like a kind of like maple syrup or something like that. It smells really damn good. Let's try it out. Cheers. Yeah, really nice Imperial Stout. classic bourbon barrel kind of flavors to this beer. You get that slight char, the slight woodiness to the brew. Nice amount of smokiness on the top of the mouth there, roof of the mouth. Getting some of that bourbon, just spirit kind of vibes. There's a slight booziness across the tongue. Definitely feeling a little bit of booziness in the chest. Really cool. Definitely warms you up. Then it goes into like a beautiful like sweet vanilla caramel kind of thing going on. Almost reminds me in middle of the tongue of like a slightly like candy bar kind of thing going on, you know. Pretty cool. Then it goes into, yeah, that classic Russian Imperial Stout, the like leathery, dry, dark chocolate, that bitterness, that roastiness, that toasty kind of coffee thing going on as well in the background there. The more I'm drinking this beer, I'm getting slight notes of like a maple syrup, of like a dark cherry in the background too. A really complex beer, a big complexity to it, layers of flavors throughout the tongue. It just keeps changing up with the flavor. It's definitely not one note. It's not just a bourbon bomb and then that's it, you know. And that's what I enjoy in Russian Imperial Stouts. Yeah, mouthfeel on this, it could be a little bit thicker, but you know what? It's fine the way it is. It's like medium, heavy kind of mouthfeel right there. I do personally prefer my Imperial Stouts with that like syrupy kind of thing. You get slight sticky lips, stuff like that going on, but not crazy, but not all beers need that, you know. So, yeah. Moody Ales Bourbon Barrel Aged Russian Imperial Stout and the Smouldering Smoked Porter as rating on these beers. Smouldering Smoked Porter, I give it like a B plus. Let's go 84 on that beer. It was a little effervescent and a little bit too metallic. I would have liked a little bit heavier of a body on that beer. As I drank more and more of it, that metallic-y kind of thing became a little bit more predominant, so I knocked off a couple points. And then a rating on the Russian Imperial Stout here. Beautiful use of the bourbon barrels, great roastiness, great vanilla notes. Loving the vanilla notes in this beer. Some caramel, just all these beautiful complexities to it. I go like a 93, something like that. A minus A kind of rating. Really good beer. So let me know what y'all think of these beers from Moody Ales out there in Port Moody, BC. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next time, cheers.